Torrential rain is triggering deadly flash flooding in central Texas, with local leaders urging thousands of people to seek higher ground immediately. At least one person has died and crews have rescued at least 70. Some areas could see half a year's worth of rain in just days. This comes as the region is still recovering from flooding that killed more than 100 people a year ago. CBS News correspondent Jason Allen joins us now from Kerrville. And Jason, we know you're very familiar with this area. We know that earlier you posted on X the flooding from a previous spot that you had reported on a year earlier. What is it like where you are?
Yeah, I had this thought going through my head, Lindsay, of as we stood out here today, I can't believe that this is happening again, that we're seeing this again, that the river's flooded again, that we were seeing helicopters going up and down the river again, looking for people who needed help rescuing, because it was just a year and 2 weeks ago that we were here when this happened on July 4th last year. Many of the same areas that were impacted then were impacted again now. We're going to broaden out so you can get the full scope of the flooding that happened here. Because just 12 hours ago, this river, the Guadalupe River, was high enough that it was covering the spot where we're standing. It was covering this entire bridge, and you can see all of the debris that is over there on the bridge, and there's work crews trying to clean it right now. In fact, it was so high over the bridge that there is a barge that has been doing work upriver. The river was high enough to carry the barge all the way down over the top of that bridge, and it's actually lodged in another bridge that is downriver right now. So that's the situation. The good news is that the rain here has stopped, but all this floodwater, of course, in not just this river, but in others too, in the Nueces and other rivers to the west, is still moving downstream. So there are other communities that will continue to be under threat here for the next 24 hours.
Is there any indication that people, because of the horrific flooding last year, that people were caught less off guard this year, that the preparedness, the response was a little bit better equipped?
Yeah, that's a great question, and the answer is a definitive yes. Numerous people that we talked to said that this time was different because they were prepared. This was the third day of rain that they had here in the region, and so they've been watching it and thinking about it. And they told us this time when they saw the warnings come across phones or they saw the National Weather Service advisories, they paid attention to it. And so when those knocks came in the middle of the night or the firefighters came yelling to them to get out, they did. They got out very, very quickly. The 6 sirens that have been installed by the county and the state, and those are upriver, we're told that those did sound overnight. And numerous flood alarms, there are 105 of them that have been installed by a brand new company that started up after last year's flood up and down the river. Some of those went off too, and we're told did save some lives, woke some people up, gave them the minutes they needed to get to higher ground. So very different response, and I think you're seeing that in the numbers too. I know that we have just gotten an update that there's more than a couple of hundred rescues that they have completed now, but that one confirmed fatality, and at least here in Kerrville tonight, they have said that there is no one missing. So that is a very different result than what we saw here last year, and I think something that you can look on all the preparations and all the changes that have been made in the year since that disaster.
All right, well, thank you to you and your crew for bringing that to us, Jason Allen.